Let's make biryani today. In the pot, I added 1 cup of oil. Now I'm adding 1 whole slice onion, a nicely warm oil. Saute this until it's nicely golden brown. You see, the onions are nicely golden brown. Not all the way, but just nicely good enough for us to add chicken into it. This is my 1 whole chicken. Here, wash and nicely cut. I will fry this with the onions in the pan until it's nicely coated, nicely, little bit of roasted color, little brown. Just let it fry for on a high flame. If you do it in the medium, it's going to stick off to the side of the pot, and then the color will be changed, and it will start sticking to the pot, and we won't get the flavor we want to have it. Now add 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. I keep it in my fridge all the time. I get a bunch of garlic from Costco. There is a big pack. Like I think it's 5 pounds or 10 pounds. I get that. I grind it. I'll show you how I preserve it. If you want to know, just comment on the video and I'll let you know how I preserve my garlic. It stays in my fridge for like a month and a half or so. So I added that nicely roasted with the garlic and onions. So this chicken will get all the flavors in it. Now the next we want to add is 2 or 3 condiments. Just with your hand, open it and throw it. Open it, and so we don't need to grind it or chop it, nothing. We are adding it so the chicken can get the flavor of it. That's all the purpose to do it. In meanwhile, until the chicken is getting done, this is my homemade biryani masala. I will add this 1 cup of yogurt to my biryani masala. This way we always need yogurt to add it to our biryani. But I add this masala to yogurt and nicely blend it together. This way we won't get chunks in our biryani of the masala, because it doesn't look nice, it doesn't taste nice if you get a chunk of all the spices in one bite. This way they will nicely be blended with the yogurt and won't give us that lumps in our mouth or in the biryani, and every flavor, every piece of rice will have the flavor. The chicken is nicely coated and almost turning from pink to light brown. This is what we want. This is the grip we want. The chicken not to stick to the corners. That's why I want to keep the high flame, because I don't want the chicken to stick and break. You see this, how nicely this is lightly brown. This is what I want. I'll do it for another 2 to 3 minutes. So each and every corner get a little bit of the brown roast. On the other hand, I grind these 2 to 3 tomatoes. This is a tip here. Whenever you want to make karahi, do not blend your tomatoes. Whenever you want to make something with the gravy, blend your tomatoes. This will thicken your gravy, and for biryani, we need to make a gravy first, a thick gravy, so that we can layer with the rice. So I blended 2 or 3 tomatoes in the blender and put it aside, okay? Now the biryani. Now the chicken has nicely changed its color. Each and every piece has the nice brown coat. This is what we want. At this point, we will add our tomato puree right here. And do the same thing with how we did with onion. Fry it for like 3 to 4 minutes. On a high flame, I believe. I like to do my things like saute or roasting. I like to do it on the high flame. This way they won't stick, and I keep on stirring. I don't let it sit there, because if you let it sit there, it will definitely burn. But if you keep on rotating it, changing their spots, they won't burn, and every piece will get the equal amount of heat. Just do it. Let the tomato start roasting for a while, and then we will add our biryani masala. On the other side, I'm boiling water, half a pot. This is 3 cups of rice, 3.5 to 3 cups of rice. Now, the tip for here in this water, I will add like a spoon of salt in it, and also 2 to 3 condiments. This will give a nice flavor to the rice. This is the same procedure I did with the chicken. Just peel it open. Do not chop it, do not crunch it, nothing. Just open with your hands and throw it in the water. Now you see these small little bubbles around the corners. I like to add my rice at this point. Now let it boil. We have to boil it just before cook, like, you know, half done. We are not going to cook rice all the way. We will make it like a half done rice, where it needs like a 20 to 15 minutes more to cook. We will stop the cooking procedure or boiling procedure here, and then I will show you the next step. Now here, if you can see, the chicken and the tomatoes are nicely sauteed, nicely roasted. We still need a few more minutes with the tomato, but at this point I would like to add my biryani masala. Here, I add the whole thing and mix it. And again, another 10 to 15 minutes, let it cook. See, immediately the color of the curry is changed. It's more toward red and yellow. That's what we want. And now after 15-20 minutes, you will see it's more beautifully red color, like the actual curry color of the curries. Let it roast for another 15 minutes now after this, because we have added yogurt to it. Yogurt will also leave some oil because yogurt has milk, and milk will turn its form. So this way we will have it a little bit more oily and a thick taste. So we will cook it for another 15 to 20 minutes. Now, whoever eats biryani in my place, they say there's this nice flavor, we never get it. So let me tell you guys, this is mango pickle. I add to my every biryani recipe, and this is the game changer for the flavor of the typical biryani which we get and eat everywhere. This is something that changed the flavor, and if you try it, you will love it. Everyone, not even a single person in my house has come and said your biryani is not good. Everyone comes and they say your biryani is very unique, it tastes very different, but a very good flavor. So try it and let me know. So now everything is done nicely. That's what we want, the color and everything, but there is a lot of water in it because the tomatoes are still has to be done. So we will make it on a high flame because we want the water to reduce. We want a thick paste, thick curry. So we'll still cook it for another 15 minutes. The chicken will be cooked already. Chicken is cooked already. We need another 15 minutes for chicken as well, and for tomatoes. So let it be done on like high flame for 10 to 15 minutes more, and I'll be back. Now this is what I meant to boil the rice as. Now you see it's nicely open, but it's still not cooked. It's still halfway there. So at this point we will turn off the stove and strain it out. This is this much how we want the rice to be done, because the rest will be done with the biryani masala. We made the curry and gravy over there. We will make it, rest of the half the procedure will be done all together. I'll show you how to layer the rice, and then we will let it sit there for 20 to 25 minutes. Now, if you have noticed, it's the same pot where I boil my rice. So the trick here is, now we have to layer the biryani. So this is the same pot I boiled rice. Now I will add curry, the one we made right in front of you guys. We will add a nice layer of the biryani curry we made with the chicken and all the homemade spices, and good. This is a good amount. We need to add it to the bottom of the pan before we start layering it. Now this is one layer of the curry and the other layer of rice. This is what we are going to do until all the rice and curries are together. Now I will fast forward this so you can see it. This is the same procedure we have to do all over again. This is how we layer the biryani. Now we will cover it and let it sit on lowest heat for 30 to 40 minutes.
So here I opened the biryani. My husband came, he was very hungry. He said he wanna have dinner right now. So I already tossed it, but here in front of you guys I'm doing it again. Look at this, how beautiful, perfect biryani at home. Thanks for watching my recipe. Love you all. Bye.